Welcome to another Jamie Tries video. In this one I shall be trying 2 chicken and ham pies from Turner's Pies, one standard and one gluten-free. I have made gluten-free comparison videos before, go and check those out. I thought I would try Turner's Pies because a few years ago I heard about the gluten-free pies and I did try them and I just thought they were great, but I thought, what is the difference between their standard and their gluten-free? Is the pastry different? Is what you get inside is there any change in that, or is it still as packed as usual? Well, we're about to find that out. If you don't know who Turner's Pies are, they're a very well-known brand here in the south of England and across the country actually, because they've won awards at the British Pie Awards, they've been on television, they've got several shops around here, they offer several different services. There's also a pies by post thing, and a member of their team is on the Apprentice this year as well, so they're really well known, and I look forward to trying these because they're always good. But for any celiacs out there, you want to know whether it's worth it, let's find out. First up, we're going to cut into the standard chicken and ham pie. So let's do that. Oh, it's nice and crispy. And let's try and let's just move that around a bit so you can see. And we can see in there, look, that is absolutely packed with filling. I look forward to trying it. So let's try this one. It's very crumbly there, but plenty of filling, and I'm sure the pastry is very nice too. I think that's probably one of the most comforting things I've ever eaten, actually, because the pastry is so like melt in your mouth, it just like disintegrates in a really pleasing way, and then you've got those flavours, you've got the chicken and bacon in there, and you've got sort of the liquid from all of it, the moisture in there, and it just goes down really nicely. Next up, we're cutting into the gluten-free option, and we can already see before we do so that the edges here are different. It doesn't have that crimping round the edge, and we've also got the lack of a symbol in the middle here, probably to tell the difference, but the actual colour of the pastry looks very similar. They were both in the oven for 25 minutes, so they've had the same amount of time with cooking. Let's now cut into it, and we can see there that is a tiny bit more stable actually with the pastry. Nice and crispy on the top. We can see from the filling here that it's just as packed and stuffed as the standard. With this one you can see that it has held its shape a little bit. It's not quite as crumbly at this moment in time, but let's just cut into it, and oh, you probably can't see it there, but all of the filling just like oozing out nicely. The consistency of the pastry is different, and we'll see just how different because the proof is in the eating. There is a definite difference with the pastry, because when you're eating it, gluten-free pastry sometimes can come across as very cardboardy. The standard option was very crumbly and it kind of just melted. That is a nice mixture, I think. It's not cardboardy, but it's not melty. It's just somewhere in the middle, I think. If you are used to eating gluten-free cuisine, then you will know what I mean from that, hopefully. Hopefully I'm making sense. Initially, after having the other one, the gluten-free pastry did distract me, so maybe I should try another bite just to assess the amount of filling. I mean, it's falling out here, so it's just as packed, but I do love that combination. So let's go in for another bite. Yeah, the flavouring is exactly the same. It's really only the pastry that is different, and it's not too much of a difference. Like I say, it's just in the middle of what you would want it to be. I do love actually the chicken and the bacon complement themselves quite nicely, complement each other nicely. Obviously the chicken is the first thing, and you get that almost like sweetness or over saltiness. It's one of those, isn't it, of the bacon there. But overall, I think if you are somebody who's on a gluten-free diet, as I am most of the time, sometimes, you know, got to be naughty. That's a Matilda thing, isn't it? Then I think you'd be pleased with that. I know my wife has had this on several occasions and really enjoyed it. I do as well. That with a bit of mash, mushy peas maybe, bit of gravy, go down really nicely. Even just as a snack, to be honest. So hopefully I've helped you there discern the difference between the two. So as an additional note, the gluten-free option comes frozen, whereas the standard can be fresh, and it only takes a little bit of defrosting. This was defrosted in the fridge overnight. They both take exactly the same amount of time to cook. If you ask at the shop, they'll tell you all the instructions, and they'll even give you a leaflet with the instructions on. From what I understand, and from looking at the website and research, you can get the standard in bigger quantity of pie, so you can get bigger pies. With the gluten-free, I think it's just the individual at the moment. That was the last time I looked. It might have changed by the time you see this video, but I would definitely recommend, because, you know, there's a reason they won all those awards over the years, because they pack those pies in, you know. They pack them in with filling. It's just so pleasing and heartwarming, and with these two, I mean, they've perfected that gluten-free pastry. And I did actually interview a member of their team many years ago, and you know, they researched this stuff, and I think they came up with a really cool solution. Obviously look at any nutritional information, because, you know, sometimes people need a little bit extra with things. Maybe there's something that they've put in there that perhaps you can't eat for whatever reason, so be sure to check all the information beforehand. But no, in general, absolutely great. Both versions, Turner's pies, man, big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do give it a like. Also subscribe for more taste testing content. Let me know what you think of Turner's pies in the comments below. Plus let me know what else you would like to see me try. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.